Hey guys, welcome back to Karma the Hierophant. So today we're going to do our video in the car. I got somewhere to be, but I definitely want to make sure my message get out for tonight, for today. It's been on me to talk about not giving up on yourself, regardless of who trying to keep you down, regardless of who tell you can't. Just keeping in your mind that you can. I've been put in some predicaments and some situations where I didn't know what the hell I was going to do next. And pay attention to the people who expect you to stay down when you fall. Those be your hidden enemies. So when you get your ass up, you make sure you stay away from those people. People will be preying on your downfall, and I mean praying not to source, but I mean preying on you as an enemy. Because for whatever reason, you always gonna have those people who don't expect you to win. At the end of the day, it's not up to them whether you win or lose. It's up to you whether you win or lose. And a lot of times, people get discouraged because they feel like they don't have nobody in their corner, or they need other people to stay afloat. As long as you trust in yourself, you trust in source, it's nothing that you're going through for nothing. A lot of times we go through rock bottoms, we go through hard falls and shit, just so that we can purge our life, so that source can show you when you get up, these are the people that you need to stay away from. Like, people will literally want to see you fail because they're not prospering, when everybody has control over their own lives. You know what I mean? Don't blame nobody else for your downfall. I don't blame nobody for anything that I go through. At the end of the day, I feel like everything that I go through is for a reason. Nothing is by chance. Everything is for a reason. So when it feel like you don't know where to turn, you don't have nobody backing you up, you don't have nobody in your corner, you always have somebody, but you gotta trust that. You gotta know in your heart that God gonna be with you regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the situation. Some shit you feel like break your soul, to the point where you don't know where your next, move or any of that shit gonna come from. But it has never been a time that I was down or that I felt like that and I didn't have a solution at the end of the day, or I didn't get clarity of where to go next or what step to take next. A person that's not happy with their own life, 9 times out of 10, they don't want you to be happy with yours. I've been going through a lot of spiritual warfare, and that shit is heavy right now because this is the energy of awakening, right? People are supposed to be opening up themselves to spirit, graduate into a higher consciousness, and it's a lot of people out here who want to stay asleep, unfortunately. Don't let nobody keep you the fuck down. And just know that a sinner is just a person that failed and refused to get their ass up. When you fall, don't stay down. Don't stay down. I don't care how many people discourage you. I don't care how many people kick you, beat you down even more. Get up every time. I'm telling you, you will make it through any situation that comes in your life. Just learn the lesson of the situation, because a lot of times cycles get repeated because you didn't learn your lesson. And that's what a lot of people don't understand either. We don't go through nothing to not learn lessons. People got this sleep ass consciousness where it's like they repeat the same cycles over and over and over again. And it's because you're not being accountable for your life. You're not being accountable for the energies around you. You're not being accountable for what you are and are not doing to better your circumstance. or to even like be making your circumstances worse. Sometimes we hold on to the very thing that's got us in the situation we're in, like at that moment. And I had to learn that shit the hard way by not releasing a lot of people, places, and things when it was time, when I was being called to, because I felt like I knew better than source. Everything that God bring us to is for a reason. And if you're not going to surrender the things that he's trying to take away from you, he will constantly take you through trial after trial after trial after trial until you clearly understand that this person, these things, this place, or whatever it is not in the best interest. And sometimes wherever you're headed to, some people and some shit is just not allowed to go with you. And it could be hurtful, like releasing, you know, it can definitely hurt you, but later on you will surely understand why whatever circumstance you was put in happened, as long as you learn your lesson through it. So that's basically the message for me today. Is just, I've found myself like losing a lot of things that I tried hard to hold on to, a lot of people I tried to hold on to, and the more I held on, the harder my life became. And so the moment that I started understanding, like, let this shit go and see how things go, that's when things started looking up for me. Things started to go in my favor when I got rid of the dark energies, when I got rid of the fucking energy vampires, the people who was really preying on my downfall. You know, sometimes you find yourself praying for other people to prosper, to do good, and to be better. But at the end of the day, everybody not going to be praying on the same thing. And you got to understand or realize when you are surrounding yourself with people who don't want your best interest. You know, you got to protect yourself, protect your life, protect your prosperity, your abundance, your goals, your accolades, everything. It's people out here just be hating. And it be the ones that you really don't think are thinking of it like that. That be on some hating ass shit. You know? Me, myself, I'm to a point where I don't give a damn who can't come. Your ass is staying here. If I get any nudge that I need to release something or somebody, they asses is getting left. And that's that, because I refuse to allow other people be my downfall. I refuse to allow other people be the reason why I'm living in a fucking poverty conscious as, you know, circumstance. People will put you there because they don't want to put the hard work in to make themselves better. They don't want to put the hard work in to fix their own lives. So they feel like as long as you on the same level as them, you ain't got shit to say. People like to see you do good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. And at the end of the day, this is not a fucking competition. This shit ain't a race. This is a marathon. This is life. We here for a reason. We have purposes here. And the goal is to find your purpose and yeah, you run with it. And everybody not going to always be in agreement to finding their purpose. Everybody not going to always be in agreement to your purpose. But that's not up to them whether you, you know, decide to do the right thing or not. A lot of people are going to be angry at you when you release the shit that they bringing in your life. But once you release it and you find your peace, you'll be okay. So I just wanted to be clear about that. I've found myself being literally surrounded by energies that wanted nothing but the worst for me, even in me wanting the best for them. And it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I've always been taught shit that just don't naturally make sense to you, it don't make sense. And that's the reason why you can't grasp it. That's the reason why you can't comprehend it. That's the reason why you can't understand it, is because it's not something to understand. It's wrong. When you feel like even in your gut that somebody is on some hating ass shit, 9 times out of 10 they are. I got people, like I said, right now today that I don't even concern myself with. I don't speak to these people. I don't speak of these people. I don't even bother with these people. And they're constantly every day waking up in their own worlds, in their own lives, trying to tear me down. You're not going to win, baby. Build up that strength. Keep your fucking heart open. Don't let people make you feel like just because you don't have them that you won't replace their ass. Don't let people make you feel like they're the last option of the world. People be having these God consciousness and don't even believe in God. Like, that throws me off. A person will sit here and do evil all day long. Will conjure up dark magic, which is spell work, like, done by the devil with like evil ass divinations and shit. And you believe in a lower power, but you can't believe or trust into a higher one. It's sad and it's sickening, and it's heart-wrenching to watch the people that you love fall victim or fall so low that they think that you even belong down there with their ass. Call it what you want. Say, oh, she thinks she better. Oh, she's on her high horse, whatever. Stay your ass up there. Don't let that fucking crown fall up off your head. It might tilt, but you fix it. And we are not built to break. I know I'm not. I might bend a little bit, you know what I mean? But you would definitely not break me. I don't care what circumstance you think you putting me in. I'm going to always win because I stay on the right side of life. I believe and I trust that God is going to always pull me through no matter what situation I'm in. Like I told you in my last reading, in my last video, that even in those times when I knew, you know, things weren't going very well and, you know, this could be better or that could be better, I worked on those things. I didn't allow those things to break me down. I didn't allow myself to stay in those predicaments and those positions because I knew that it's going to be, if I've been up before, you know what I'm saying, it's always a matter of time when you're going to have to come down. But that don't mean that you got to stay there. It's a constant learning. It's a constant test. It's constant, you know, you earn your keep by the things that you endure and the things that you choose to triumphant from. Like the things that you choose to have a victory of, those are the things that you go through in your life that I'm telling you, like, I've gone through some tough ass times and I've had some hurtful ass moments, and last year was a very, very big example of being at my lowest. You know, I've been at my lowest before. I felt like I didn't know which way to go. I felt like, you know, oh my God, what am I going to do? But I always surrender myself to source because I know that if I don't, I'm going to stay in those positions. And you're going to choose. You got to take accountability for your life. You got to take accountability for the people in your life. And don't think just because some people can create circumstances in your life and be the reason why you're in certain positions. But you also got to be accountable for how you allow these people to put you in those places too. We have accountability in every situation. And I feel like a lot of times people stay in a lot of cycles because they refuse to see where they're wrong. They always want to blame somebody else for what's going on. And everybody else is not always just the sole purpose of why you're going through something. Do you have boundaries? Are you making people stand on them? Are you standing on them? You know what I mean? Like, things can look up for you or things can stay fucked up for you. You know what I'm saying? You decide your life. What you put out is what you get back. If you're putting negativity out, if you're constantly trying to use others, or you're constantly trying to take from somebody else, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a point where you are going to have to face the very things that you try to put somebody else in, or you have put somebody else in. People don't understand that. Karma is real. Like, karma is literally what you put out, you get back. Same thing as manifestations. Same thing as anything. When you want to have something, Believe that you can have it. Know that it's yours. Don't fake claim it. Don't be in your heart with doubt and then expect some shit to work out. Like, the doubt is with the doubt, the inside of you is what you're actually putting out, regardless of what the outside is showing. Your outside is nothing but your avatar. It's nothing but a cloak over top of the true you. Your soul is who you really are. And what's in the inside, so within, so without. So above, so below. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to just put a word of like wisdom out and let you all know that Source said joy always come in the morning. It doesn't matter what happened last night. You know what I mean? And you got to believe that, trust in yourself, and trust in the divine, trust in everything that you want, that it can happen. As long as you put in the work for it, as long as you pray on it, as long as you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. It doesn't matter what nobody else say. It doesn't matter what nobody else is trying to do behind closed doors or under the fucking moon. You know what I mean? Like, don't nobody got no win over you unless you give them that power. Don't let people have power over your life. Don't give people control over your destiny, because the moment that you allow somebody else to dictate what's going to happen to you, no telling what type of shit you're going to be in. I had to learn all of these things the hard way by allowing somebody else to feel like they had some type of fucking control over my destiny, over my life. And it's unconsciously sometimes. It's not that you want it to be that way. It's not that you're trying for it to be that way. It just simply could be you putting your trust and your love into the wrong shit. And we have to understand that, like, sometimes we could love people to death and not understand that these people that you love the most are the ones who do not want to see you get anywhere. And I'm literally over those days. Like, it's never giving, I'm about to just sit back and conform to nothing that I have not destined for my own self, nothing that I've work so hard to keep myself out of. Am I going to allow somebody else to keep me in? People love to see you down, but when you get up, that's the part that they hate. Shine any fucking way. Don't let nobody tear you down. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody make you give up. We got kids out here that's watching us, and we have to show our children that there is always a way, even when there's no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive energies. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who love you, people who are in a higher vibration. Keep yourself around people that are like-minded, that are like you. Because the moment that you conform to these people who are low energies, low vibrating, they will fucking tear you down. And they will tear and rip away your damn energy from you in order for their own life to shine. And you wonder why. I always used to wonder why, like, how come fucked up people get away with everything? And it's because they're surrounding themselves with good people, and they're literally stealing your abundance from you, your energy, and all of that shit from you. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect your own self. You got to protect your own soul. You got to protect your own life and your own destiny, because people, like I said, they don't want to see you doing better than them. And they will do anything they can to keep you down. Don't ever allow nobody to put you in a place where you feel like you can't get up. Always get up. Don't ever stay down. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care how embarrassing shit is. Vulnerability is a strength. And a lot of people have a problem with being vulnerable. A lot of people don't even operate from their heart. Keep your heart open. Do everything with love, with good intentions. And I promise you that you will reap with whatever seeds you're sowing, you will reap them in the long run. The things that you have to rid out your life is way more worth the benefits than the people that you try to keep around, that your life is constantly in chaos. Your life is constantly miserable, or you're constantly unhappy. You're constantly questioning, why is this happening to me? Sometimes you have to ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Don't ask nobody else. Don't ask source, why is it happening to you? If you know that you are not doing anything to change your situation. You have to make a way to make everything happen for yourself. It could be right there. That's like a job you want. You might want it, but ain't nobody gonna hand it to you. You have to go in there. You gotta kill that interview, you know, and don't cheat your way through things. That's another thing. Things are way more worth it when you realize that you worked so hard for it. It's worth having, it's worth holding on to, and it gives you something to talk about. It's something, knowledge that you could pass down later on. Like, you know what? I went through this and I went through that. So when the next person go through it, oh girl, don't worry about that. You gonna come up out of that. I went through the same thing. Be a motivator. Don't be a person that's like, oh, well, because I don't have something, you don't deserve to have it. Those are jealous and envious as souls. And you need to keep yourself away from these type of people, because these people don't mean you no fucking well. All they want to do is take whatever it is that you have to give. Don't want to work for shit. And you have to realize when you're around those type of energies, because those type of energies are not safe for you. They don't mean you know well. They don't care if you making it or not. All they care about is the benefit of you being in their life. And when you realize that it's a lot of people who benefit off of your energy, but you are not benefiting off of shit that they giving, the easier it is to rid yourself of them. Protect yourself, protect your life, protect your energy, protect the things that you want, your goals, your prosperities, your abundance. Like I said, protect everything, because people will take and drain you all and really be behind your back laughing at the shit. A motherfucker will see you down and out, see you struggling, and they will be secretly laughing at your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's why the things that I went through last year had opened my eyes so deep, to the point that I literally don't want anything to do with anybody that was in my life that I had to remove. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care how you doing. I don't even want you wishing anything on me. I don't want you wishing well. I don't want your apologies. I don't want anything. Like I said, the betrayal is always the fucking blessing. People betray you, yeah, it hurt, but it is nothing but a test. It's nothing but a lesson to show you that these people are not for you. And when you see that somebody's not for you, no matter how bad you don't want to see it like that, understand that this is what it is, and this is what you're being shown for a reason. It's time for you to make a change. It's time for you to move a different type of fucking way. And the more that I've implemented that in my life and my steps in my everyday, and started working on myself, and started loving on myself, and start being so codependent on friends, stop being so codependent on men or partners, whatever it is, and you start to put all of that love and that energy into yourself, the fuller you are, no matter what circumstance you are. You can feel like you're going to feel like you can get through anything, and you can. You really fucking can. So that's the message for today. Namaste, Ashe, and amen.